Hello, hello, and welcome back to Reverse 1999. So today we're gonna go ahead and do what's his name again? I keep forgetting this guy's name. Let me see if I can see his name. Chang. Chang's character story to slay a tiger. So without anything else, let's go ahead and start by doing the survey as usual. Let me see, he's a DPS support follow-up attack, okay. Okay.
Stay behind me. I'll keep us safe.
Oh, okay, starting off immediately with your ult. Alright, let's buff up with Mercuria,
I'll keep them occupied.
with him,
Swift as an arrow.
and...
I'll keep them occupied.
Alright, let's see.
Regaining control of our
Flying
bodies.
feathers. You are in my jurisdiction.
Okay, this is a cool animation.
Face me.
Nice show. Take a deep breath.
Yep, follow up. Alright, let's go for
This
a
one
buff
should do.
here,
Look
do
up in the
this,
palm of my
buff
hand. Please
him
stay
up.
behind me. Look at the left.
Nice. Follow up as well.
I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky. Be careful. You won't get away. My responsibility. Look. My shells! Oh, be careful!
Swift as an arrow.
Please stay behind me. Oh, look, here's another one. I know your feet.
You are in my jurisdiction.
You won't get away. We're not afraid of you. Journey to the cosmos. My responsibility.
Yeah, okay. Let's
Please
just go
stay
all out in this one.
To the right. Oh, look, here's another one. You won't get away.
There we go.
We did it.
Okay, let's go ahead and see what this is. It's 8 chapters plus something else. Okay, I'm guessing it's a mini game of the area, right? Well, anyway, part 1, the cage. The gold sky presses down on the black tiles. Black tiles press down on the white walls. At the foot of these walls is a courtyard. Oh my god. Though swept clean that morning, a light dusting of snow has already begun to reclaim it. Cheng carries the firewood into the house and lights the stove. Copying documents in the Yamen still earns me around 30 yen a day. He takes the ledger and inkstone down for a nearby shelf, dips his brush in ink, and carefully records the day's income and expenses. 1 bath salt for 7 wen. Expenses: leaf celery 4 wen. 1 gene of salt 5 wen. Medical herbs 10 wen. He's a ledger, I suppose? Huh? Someone steps slightly behind him and drapes a coat over his shoulders. Oh, it's Mom! Back already! Every winter feels colder than the last.
You should be in bed.
I only went to see Dr. Wu for some Bayu. He said you should be resting. Also, yeah, look at his outfit. This is I2 or I1. I don't know which one of these is. But, yeah, I think these are like the steel feathers he uses in his follow-up attacks. Kind of a cool implementation of design, we'll say.
It's fine.
Alright. But why did you go to him again? Don't you usually go to Jintang? I want a new prescription. Heard you just made a new batch of Zao pills. Did you get some? I told you not to go there. In fact, I said you should cut ties with him long ago. Sorry, it was usual nonsense, did he? Refusing to let you inside, using some illness as an excuse. Jane pauses for a moment and closes the ledger.
Don't worry.
It's no matter. I have medicine. I'll start brewing it now. What did he say? At the doorway, the branches of a May tree shake off a few clumps of snow. Thankfully for him, a sudden knock at the door interrupts the awkward silence. Expecting someone? We hadn't had a visitor since your uncle returned from the countryside. Jung puts the ledger back on the shelf. I'll take a look. Chung trudges back through the snow to the courtyard gate and raises the latch. A familiar military officer stands outside. Commander Lee. Hungwang, I hope I'm not intruding. No, not at all. I'm just returning from the clinic and was preparing to brew some medicine. How is your mother these days? Consumption is not easy to treat. Oh, like tuberculosis? I'm guessing that consumption is normally the name they gave to tuberculosis. I don't know if that's the same disease, but it could be. I hear an official Yamen business. Lee offers a faint, amicable smile. The Yamen's affairs have nothing to do with me. I'm here to offer you an opportunity. And that's how he got hired? Sengun turns indoors, clutching a yellow sheet of paper. The lid of the pot on the stove has already been lifted, the cooked rice porridge inside, sending curls of steam into the air. Unhappy, he takes a ladle from his mother's hands.
Let me take care of this.
Who was at the door, then? It was Commander Lee. Cheng brings the porridge to the wooden table and casually passes the paper to his mother.
Mother.
Tomorrow I'll ask if Auntie can lend me can lend her hand for a while. It'll be a long journey. A few sparrows flit past the window, chirping as they flutter to the courtyard. Oh, we have a... No, not a cutscene. It's just the riverside village, huh? This small village, governed by another county of Hanzhou Prefecture, and nestled between mountains and rivers, has simply come to be called the Riverside Village. Well, it's descriptive at least. This riverside village looks much like Zhu County. An excuse to reuse old backgrounds, huh? At its entrance, Zhang sees a familiar rise and fall of black tiles once again. Only today's early afternoon is not quite as peaceful as usual. My brother's been mauled by a tiger. He's damn near on his deathbed, and you dogs have the gall to stand there pushing us around. Are we literally killing a tiger? To the left of the village entrance stands an exceptionally grand courtyard with a memorial of Pang Feng outside bearing the words loyalty, filial piety, and integrity and righteousness. A group of villagers have gathered beneath the Pai Feng, their faces flushed as they shout to the household guard blocking their way. Like the residents of the local gentry. Zhang approaches without a word, slipping in amongst several bystanders. Dr. Ji has paid for with the family's hard-earned silver. She's inside, freeing Master Hu. How dare you try to barge in?
That's too far.
Dr. Ji is the village physician, not the Hu family private attendant. What could be more urgent than a life-or-death situation? What right do you have to stop us? What are you hiding in there? Tell Dr. Zhu that there's a patient out here with reversive death. I know she'll come out and save him. You just have to find another doctor. If you set off now for the county, you can make it before nightfall. But he's gonna be dead. He's mauled by a tiger. We already hauled him all the way down to the mountain to Dr. Zhu's clinic, only to be told she was here. Just look at him. Does he look like he'll survive a trip to the county? The injured villager is slumped over his companion's back, his hastily bandaged left arm soaked with blood. That's not our concern. We had no hand in his injuries. If we had to continue causing a scene outside Master Hu's house, we'll call a bailiff over and to have you arrested. The lead villager explodes in fury. Go on, call him. You're all in cahoots with one another anyways. Hu Hai Yue? I'm not afraid of dying. He summons a doctor every time he nicks his skin.
Enough!
Watch your mouth, you slanderer. Our man's been mauled by half to death, and you won't even let him through the door.
That's too far.
They waited until the land prices were low and took 2 acres of my land in exchange for just 1 ale of silver. Last year I had a funeral to arrange and was desperate for money. The Hu family loaned it to me but charged 5% interest. The lead villager snatched a bow from his companion's hand and aims it at the household's guards. A wave of shock ripples through them. The Hu family out ruin us all. First they snatch our fields, then they hold us with debt. They're driving us to death. Fellow villagers, tell me, does this sound fair to you? No! The rest of the villagers shout, their hoes and clubs raised high. We're done waiting. We're not taking it anymore. One way or another, I am going through the door. We're not pushed around. Burn down the gate. We'll force our way in. The household guards draw their swords, raising their shields into a solid wall. Go ahead and try. This is nothing short of a rebellion. When the words even finish leaving the guard's mouth, an arrow flies towards his forehead. Before he can strike, it's cleaved in two by a flash of steel. Chang sheaves his blade, stepping between the guards and the villagers.
This man is dying.
What harm is in letting him inside? Who are you? He's not one of us. The crowd exchanges glances like a theater troupe interrupted mid-performance, not sure what to do next. The gate is suddenly thrown open.
Enough!
What is going on out here? The doctor finally came out, huh? To be continued. Part 2, The Tiger. Calm, unhurried footsteps emerge from the courtyard. Seems they had martial arts training. The guards hastily make the way, their voice softening with deference. Dr. Zhu, have you finished examining Master Hu? Oh, look at that. She looks interesting. She actually has eyes for an NPC. That's kind of neat. You mean his night blindness? Exactly how much time do you expect me to waste on that man? And you out there making a racket and swinging your weapon about while I'm trying to write a prescription. Care to explain yourselves? Huh? She takes the steps 2 at a time, passing Zhang without much of a glance. The villagers all lower their weapons, allowing her to approach the gravely injured man. She narrows her eyes as she examines him. How did this happen? We were hunting in the mountains and ran into the tiger. My brother, he fell behind and... Before he can finish, Dr. Zhu turns and strikes back towards the gate.
Get him in here!
But Dr. Zhu, he's covered in blood. How could we possibly carry him into the Master Hu's courtyard?
Enough!
It's bad luck for someone to die at the gate, isn't it not? I'll ask Master Hu for a room myself. She pauses, then turns back impatiently. Well, unless you wish for this man to die, I suggest you bring him in. Right. Quickly, get him inside. Two villagers rush the wounded man inside, striking the entrance steps with blood as they ascend. Should we wipe it up? If it dried, it'll be hard to clean. Of course you don't, unless you're looking for a scolding, you'll wipe this instant. The guards fetch water from the courtyard and begin hurriedly scrubbing Master Hu's steps. Despicable. All's well that ends well, it seems. Chang is just about to leave when the elite villager steps and blocks his path.
Stop there!
Wait. Who are you? Why did you cut down my arrow? Only a passing traveler. Your arrow would never have pierced that guard's rattan shield, but it would have given them a reason to retaliate.
Your recklessness will cause nothing but trouble.
I may have lost my temper, but I've put up with them and their shoddy temperament for far too long to care about the consequences. If they fight, then we fight. You're gonna lose. And you made the first move, you'd have been deemed primary culprit. When someone do die, were someone to die, the punishment would be death. And what of it? You think I fear death? Ha! The way you speak, it's obvious you come from a noble stock. How could someone like you understand our struggles? The jointed back and forth phrase Chung's patience.
I'm not.
Oh boy. During their exchange, several village guards rush over, stirring up a cloud of yellow dust under the pafang. What's going on here? Master Hu's personal guards hurry forward to greet them, directing their accusations at the villagers sitting cross-legged by the gate. It's these troublemakers. They're dirtied Master Hu's steps. We didn't mean to cause trouble. Someone was mauled by a tiger and urgently needed treatment. Another tiger attack. We've lost 3 people to this month to those beasts. We had warned you over and over not to travel into the mountains. Why go up there? With these year's feeble harvest, what choice do we have? 5 years ago it was floods, and now it's drought. Grain has grown more expensive than gold. If we don't hunt, what do we eat? My land has been taken, and we have no grain stored for the winter. Hunting rabbits is the only way we can scrape together a half-decent meal. If only the immortal would appear again, as it did 5 years ago, hanging out grain to us all. After a moment's hesitation, Chang steps past the village guards and offers the headmaster a modest bow. I have some formal weapons training, including hand-to-hand. If we aim to head into mountains to hunt tigers, I will offer my assistance. The village guards exchange amused glances. That mountain forest isn't meant for travel. Only a fool would go there without a good reason. Had these hunters not been so greedy, this would have happened. Greedy? My guy, they wanted to eat. The tiger attacked them in the forest, not the village. We can't go trespassing into the forest hunting tigers. We'd never get any real work done. With a dismissive wave, he turns back to scold the grime-covered villagers. That's enough. Go back to your homes, and no one is to go up the mountain again. Your decree doesn't change the fact that these hunters will have families to feed. That tiger has been taking too many lives. It cannot be ignored. The headmaster suddenly swings his staff as he were swatting an annoying mosquito. His tip brushes inches from the hem of Chang's clothes. You're getting on my last nerves, boy. You are neither an official nor a member of this village. What good does it serve you to stick your nose into our business? If you're eager to play the hero, go deal with the tiger yourself. And that's exactly what he's gonna do, isn't he? Broken cries echo from the courtyard. Chang tightens his grip on the hilt of his blade.
It's absurd.
He pushes past the guards, once again placing himself between them and the villagers. Hey, what do you think you're doing? The tiger. Can you tell me exactly where you encountered it? Yep, and he's gonna fight the tiger alone, crazy bastard. There it is. I'm guessing the doctor's gonna come in handy again because he's gonna get mauled, isn't he? enter the forest and head due south. After passing another slope, it's somewhere near the edge of the cliff. They said the tiger is blue and white, 2 or 3 times larger than an ordinary one. It's almost like a monster. Yeah, blue and white is not the color of a tiger. This is like a shiny Pokemon. Ahead stretches a thick pine forest with shrubs reaching out to the knees. Wild grass lies flattening in the undergrowth, streaked with dull, rust-red blood.
I need to be careful.
This is where the hunter had him wounded. I should proceed with caution. The forest wind falls silent, and the wild grass rustles softly. The sound of heavy breathing reaches Shang's ears. It's deep behind me. Oh, look at this beast! Holy hell! A massive tiger, blue streaks of its magnificent white fur burst into the grass, slamming Shang to the ground. He presses his half-drawn blade across his chest, barely holding off the attack. Blue flames flare across the tiger's brow, as if it presses his claws against the blade. That's some strength! Ha! A feather shoots from his shoulder guard like an arrow, piercing the tiger's forehead. Well, that only pissed him off. A thunderous roar shakes the forest. In an attempt to escape, the tiger clamps its jaw on Shang's blade and hauls him forward. Shang refuses to let go as the tiger barrels forward, rushing into both a nearby cliff's edge.
No!
As the tiger leaps, a sudden sense of weightlessness comes over Shang. In a split second, he grabs hold of the cliff edge, his body dangling below. And this is the minigame. Dragon extend key to connect objects. With a blade, how can I let it go so easily? Use key to fire feathers and make the beast let go. Okay, we need enough feathers to defeat the beast, so roughly... There we go. We also have a few moves. Okay, I see. Alright, so basically this... No, back. Oh my god. There you go. One, two, three. Feathers after feather slices downwards. With the final impact, the tiger grips loosens. It lets out a final howl as it plummets down into the ravine below and vanishes out of sight. The soil is too loose. It needs to be hardened if I'm to pull myself up. Breathe. Sense the flow of ki. Whenever it touches, the earth hardens like iron. Concentrate. The soil beneath his fingers takes a faint metallic sheen, but doesn't spread any further. It's too much for me to handle. As the soil binding begins to fail, the clumps of his grips begin to break apart. A pale fog beckons the foot of the cliff. Falling would certainly mean his demise. Even so, he keeps his grip. He feels his grip beginning to falter.
Darn it!
Heartbeat before his fingers give out. A thin silver thread slices through the air from the cliff's edge. That's... I think someone came to help him. The old friend, yep, an old friend came to help him, huh? Oh boy, that's blood. The silver thread coils around Shang's waist and drags him back onto the cliff. He hits the ground and rolls, then stabbing pain in his left leg, catching up to him on impact. A broken branch is lodged into his calf. Oh wow, that hurt, must have hurt. Oh, it's a doctor. The village doctor stands over him, calmly ring the silver thread back onto the bone shuttle. I'm guessing the other guys alright? It's you. Playing the lonely hero isn't a healthy habit.
It's how we usually get things done. Someone has to do it.
To resolve the matter. Besides, Once I see a problem, I cannot turn a blind eye to it. I couldn't involve those hunters again, not after they scarily made it back alive. How can I be so sure they wouldn't have lent a hand? Dr. Zhu steps closer, squatting down and inspecting the wound on his left leg. Good news, it doesn't appear to be too deep.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? She doesn't wait for an answer. In one swift motion, she yanks the branch free, and the wound welts with blood. Satisfied there are no splinters left in the wound, Dr. Zhu guides her silver thread through the series of precise sutures. With practiced ease, she applies herbs pulled from her robes to the wound, and cuts the ties, and ties a clean something. Clean white bandage. Thank you. You're quite a unique method of treating wounds. I'm just finding some joy in experiencing with my arcane skill. Forgive my bluntness, but what are you doing here, Doctor? The Wu family refused to let the hunters stay after I patched him up, so I had him taken to my clinic. Whether he survives or not is fate's hands now. In any case, it struck me that you looked somewhat familiar. I asked around where you were gone, and I was promptly informed that you inquired about the tiger's whereabouts, and went off alone, to face the beast, no doubt. Yeah, I can't be, I told them, but their faces were deadly serious. I was worried that something might happen, so I hurried over. Dr. Zhu falls silent, her eyes lingering on the Chung. If not for lack of familiarity with terrain, you're getting lost notwithstanding, I thought I'd have been able to catch up with you in time.
Don't worry.
I wasn't all that dangerous, although the tiger was fiercer than I had anticipated. Ha! The recklessness of youth. May I know your name? Chang Hufeng. I must say, Chang Hufeng, that flying feathers technique of yours is quite curious. Skill passed on for your family, I presume?
Yes.
That's right. Dr. Zhu, winding off the bandage, falters for an instant before she finishes up and nods it. Oh, she knows his father, doesn't he? I once knew a man by the name of Chang. He commanded a flying metal charge through the air. His abilities were quite impressive. Still, those who excel in such a thing tend to have weaker constitutions. He used to be on the wrong side of the law, but an official was written on both his name and his fate. I'm sure enough, at the end he became one. Do you know him? Chang clenches his teeth. His focus shifts from the remaining flying feathers on his shoulder. Okay, so you've discerned it already. He was my father. Finished with the bandaging, Dr. Zhu stands up and dusts off her hands. Oh well, that's quite the coincidence. Your father and I were friends, which I suppose makes you my nephew, or near enough. So listen, nephew, this injury will take a few days to heal, and the dressing will need changing. My clinic is at the foot of the mountain. Come, stay with me for a few days.
Thank you.
I brought a little money with me. I'm afraid I may not have enough to cover the medical expenses for the next few days. You think I'm after a few coins? Just stay. You can pay me back by lending me your hand when you can. I might lend you mine if might I lend you mine? Might I lend you mine? Getting up. No need. I can manage. The two set off together on the mountain. You seem young. Why are you still studying or have already become an official? Neither. I mostly get by on odd jobs. And what odd jobs brought you to this poor place in the middle of nowhere? I was running an errand for someone and happened to pass through. I see. How is your mother? Well enough. And your father? He's dead, isn't he? He passed away. What happened? He had an accident. I'm sorry. Never would have imagined. Imagined? He was still young, but I suppose death comes for all of us. A long silence falls. Foot of the mountain. Reaching the foot of the mountain, they push through the grass and follow the streams for a short distance. From between the trees, a solitary white horse, a house emerges into view. Why set up a clinic in the wilderness? It would be easier to see patients if you lived in the village. Convenient, sure, but the houses in the village are tall and cramped together, one after another. Living like that would be maddening. But your clinic has the same black roof tiles and white walls. It looks no different from the houses of Drew County under the village. What do you expect me to do? Paint the house black from top to bottom? Dr. Zhu rolls sending 3 silver threads like spider silks towards Shang's vital joints. As if he had anticipated the attack, Chung dodges, flying feathers clutched with silver threads dangling as they fall to the ground.
What was that?
Yeah, why are you attacking him? Nah, he could have stood and taken the threads, yet he chose to dodge and tear the wounds open instead. The command of your arcane skill is indisciplined. You say the least. To say the least. Had you used it properly earlier, you'd have subdued the tiger without much of a scratch. Dr. Zhu shakes her head and sighs. Remember how your father would turn leaves into metal, send them flying as they bid. There are plenty of leaves here, why not give it a try?
I can't.
Everyone from my clan can control light metals, but transmutation, I'm the only left who can do it. Or at least, I ought to be. You've chosen not to use this unique ability. Not exactly. I can no longer control it, as if something is blocking me. As a child, I used to do it recklessly. I caused an accident. After that, with no one to guide me, I did not use it often. Oh, did you kill your dad? A waste. If you ask me, you only possess this ability, and yet you shackle yourself with hesitation. Your father and I sparred many times, enough for me to become familiar with his arcane skill. His arcane skill is like mine, rely on guiding matter with ki. If you wish it, I can teach you a few techniques, be a guide of sorts. But why? Why? Because I want to. Because it's the right thing to do. But... Chang Huafeng, when another offers you her teachings, you shut your mouth and listen. Nah, the guy survived the attack. Dr. Zhu swings open the clinic door without ceremony. Inside the clinic, an assistant is busy boiling medicine. 2 or 3 patients lie resting nearby, including the hunter whose arm was mauled earlier. Doctor, you're back. Who's this? The patient I picked up on the road. How's the hunter? He's still unconscious. Alright, be sure to change his dressing in a couple of hours. And keep a close eye on him tonight. A fever will prove fatal. One of the patients, a young man, hops onto the bed and runs over, his face flushed with color. Doctor, that medicine's incredible. I've never felt so alive. It's like I could plow 2 acres of land without much as a breath. I'm glad to hear.
Help me.
Doctor, help! Help! Dr. Zhu lets out a weary sigh and walks over to the old man's bed. What is it this time? I still feel terribly ill. My stomach hurts and I throw up every time I eat. I give you strict instructions not to have any food, but you just couldn't help yourself, could you? I just brewed him some fresh medicine. I only poured it a moment ago. It's still hot. To his assistant's surprise, Dr. Zhu smiles and looks up at Chang, who's still standing by the door. Perfect. You have just the man for handling a little heat. Okay. To be continued. So the old friend wasn't his old friend, was his dad's friend. That's kind of funny. The silver thread, huh? Alright. Oh. Huh, that's kind of interesting. They didn't give me the thing for completing the cage. Or there's 2 cages. What the hell? That's weird. Right? Oh, it's the last one. Okay, the first and last stage are called the cage. That's interesting. Alright, so the server's about to roll over, so I'm just gonna pause a little bit and I'll see you just in a second. Alright, let's get to it. Now, Chang, move the bowl of medicine into the table with into my hand using only your family's technique. Why? Do you often make a habit of arguing with your elders? Brewing medicine is part of the clinic. The clinic's duties, but you'd prefer to lie around and take advantage of my hospitality for the next few days? Be my guest. Chang falls silent for a moment, then extends his right hand and aims it at the bowl of medicine. And in an instant, the medicine bowl turns black and spins forward, almost crashing into Dr. Liu's hands. A little excessive, but all in all, not bad for a first try. Although it's rather heavy. I wonder why. She breaks into a cheerful laugh, then prompts the metal bowl upright and shows it to Chung. The medical broth inside the bowl has been transmutated along with it, becoming a solid block of metal. Oh, that's so funny. Fortunately, the effect was off in time, otherwise you'd be paying for the medicine. Have patience. Remember, a single does not make a master. Ow! It's been a long while since I've used it so much. With a little more practice, I know I will perform without error. Dr. G retrieved several chipped, broken bowls from around the room. Well, you're not lacking for confidence. Why not begin with these? Once you've mastered them, lighter things like flowers and leaves should be no problem at all. Your arcane skill works much like my own. Simple, really. Sense the flow of ki, carefully straighten it, and aim it at the object. And strike.
Huh!
The metal bowl slams into the wall once again, and Chunk's brow knots even tighter. Young man, I have watched you throw that broken bowl around day after day. You still can't fathom why Dr. Zhu is making you do it. Having woken up with little else to occupy him, the tiger-bitten hunter has decided to strike up a conversation with Chunk. Oh, the guy survived. Good for him. I'm training my arcane skill. Unable to resist, the remaining two bedridden patients chime in as well. Training? That old lady can't even throw a punch. What does she think she's some sort of martial artist, master now? What do you mean can't throw a punch? Huh. Did she catch you off guard too? She looks fierce and has bad temperament and talks loud enough to rattle the bedpans, but has never once seen Dr. Zhu get in a fight with anyone. Hurricane skill, those silver threads first. It's finer than hair. Other than stitching up wounds, what good could they be? The thought hadn't occurred to me. Come on now, you can hardly say that. At the Dushua festival, Dr. Zhu played a female soldier, remember? Kill, kill! She was like a demoness, fierce as anything. Come on, anyone can shout. I could do it. I could just as well play a great general. All troops, heed my command! Another metal bowl rolls into the floor. Still, heard there was a bandit in Huazhong who fought with silver threads. They say the bandit stole 6 supplies, torched villages, and left many soldiers wounded.
I heard that.
I've heard traveling merchants talk about that very same thing. They had those silver threads who could cut through iron like mud. Frightening stuff. In the end, the bandit raided Zhu County, but after that, the word of them vanished.
Wow!
Zhu County? That's the richest place in all Huanzhou. All manner of merchants and officials live there. Not like this poor backwater town we're stuck in. Nonsense. Dr. Zhu would never stoop to being some lowly mountain bandit. If she could fight, she'd be a hero. I'm pretty sure she knows Chung's dad because she was part of his gang. Plenty of people have similar arcane skills, don't they? I can produce flames with my fingertips, just like Hu family.
Yes.
I suppose you're right. Never seen her use those silver threads for anything practical, not even sliced a vegetable. Perhaps they simply aren't good for much. You can walk every street in the village saying she's a bandit. I bet not a soul would believe it.
Well...
Is that so? There was a time we didn't have a doctor in the village. Small illnesses were just a had to endure, and we couldn't afford a county fees for anything serious. After Dr. Zhu arrived, the village could finally get the treatment it needed. That's right, my son was having convulsions last year. It's thanks to her that she's still with us. The metal bowl slowly rises, wobbling as it drifts towards the other side of the room. Finally, it settles smoothly on the table.
That's awesome.
Well done, young man. It's about time you finally managed it. Now, how many can you get? Maybe you can get my medicine over here without spilling it. Huh. Interesting little conversation here, huh? The Hu family's calling me over for medicine again. Ever sending their orders, yet never bothering to actually come to the clinic. I swear, did I end up saving their lives the day I squeezed 10,000 teals out of them? Go ahead, doctor. I'll keep an eye on the clinic. Dr. Zhu is halfway across the threshold when a teacup suddenly spins in front, behind, and aimed at their side. Doctor! Dr. Zhu doesn't even flinch. She reaches out her hand and the teacup halts in midair before slowly dropping into her palm. The cup's base gleams with clean metallic sheen. The tea inside is perfectly brewed, the leaves fully unfurled and settled at the bottom.
So?
Not bad.
I've come this far in just 3 days. Your progress is indeed worthy of praise. Dr. Zhu drains the tea in one gulp, then steps out of the door. In the early hours of the morning, while patients are still sleeping, Chung Hungwang gathers the broken bowls together. The doctor assistant walks over and carrying a bowl of medical broth. Time for your medicine, young man. Huh? I don't recall Dr. Zhu prescribing me any additional medication. It's a new prescription, designed to help replenish your ki. Smells like Huaxing and Danghui, but my injuries are already healed. There's no use wasting good medicine. You still need to make up for your ki and blood loss. The doctor specially prescribed it for you. Chung, frowns slightly, but still takes the medicine. Oh, okay. But still takes the medicine and raises it to his lips. A silver thread shoots in and knocks the medicine ball out of his hand. It shatters with a sharp crack. Brown medicinal liquid splashes across the floor. Dr. Zhu stands nearby with a hardened expression. That is not what I prescribed. Oh. Doctor, you've returned already. Oh, what the fuck is the assistant doing? I came back for something. What's going on here? This new patient of yours, he's up to something. The assistant pulls a pale yellow sheet of paper from his jacket and hands it to Dr. Zhu. You've been going through his personal stuff? What the hell is wrong with you?
Did you go through my bag?
Regular visitors don't inquire about bandits at a clinic. You're covered your tracks well, but not well enough. Oh, okay. So she was a bandit. Let's see here. The bandit known as Shutterbones, bearing arms in public, robbed the prefectural granary. The offender is a violent bandit who wields a bone shutter and a silver thread with light precision. All jurisdictions are commanded to conduct your arrest with extreme vigilance. So, it is the one for my arrest. My mind, look at how hideous this drawing of me is. Who would even recognize me from such a scrawl? I suppose it was my arcane skill that gave me away, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Doctor. I wanted to deal with this before you had returned. Dr. Zhu folds the arrest warrant in half and tosses it into the nearby brazier. Our curious patient here is Brother Zhang's child. I have my suspicions with that arcane skill of his. But, so what if he is? We helped Zhang down one when he needed it most. His son ought to help us in return. Besides, we've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong. Besides, the crime you committed. My daughter was starving to death while he dragged his feet every step of the way, acting like the young lord. If it weren't you. Dr. Zhu slams her palm down the table beside her.
Enough.
There's medicine that needs boiling. Go. The assistant casts an unwilling glance at Chung, then leaves the in silence. Dr. Zhu suddenly sweeps the metallized broken bowls to the floor. You say they're not with this Yamen.
I am not.
But on occasion I take bounty orders from them. A half-truth, huh? Ah, your odd jobs. Is the money you care for, or is it something else? Why not confront me directly? Waiting for me to nurse you to health first? Planning to slit my throat in the night? I've watched you for days. Nothing about you resembles a criminal.
That warrant means nothing to me.
If you swear to me that you never committed an arson, hurt anyone or raid Zhu County, then I'll leave it once. She's not gonna say she didn't, is she? Dr. Zhu draws a slow breath. The face returned to his usual calm. But I did it all. Yep, your injury's healed, hasn't it?
Let's get started.
Minigame time, I'm guessing? Nope, I'm guessing it's the next one. Part 5, The Flying Leaves. Shutterbones. I remember her. She knew your father once.
Yes.
Yes, the Yamen was confirmed that she was the ringleader behind the raid on Ju County that night. All those caught in the raid were executed, save for her. She fled with a handful of others, disappearing near the riverside village. If she yet lives after all these years, she has likely lowered her guard and settled into an ordinary life. If I resolve this, I'll have amassed enough merit to fill the opening for the constable, and the reward sum will surely help us in the meantime. If I don't have some standing, and those brutes at the Yamen won't push you around any longer. Your father told me a little about Shutterbones before. She is a powerful and reliable ally, and a formidable foe. I'll be careful. Besides, there are few anywhere in Hanju Prefecture who can match the blade technique you taught me. That's good to hear.
I worry that...
You're pushing yourself too far. Chang takes his sword from the wall.
No need to worry. This is what I've always wanted. And it's the only right way forward.
Okay. Let's see how well that works out. Amid the clearing in the mountains woods, Chang stands peering up at the trees. So, this is what you mean by a duel? Dr. Zhu perches one leg propped on a tree branch, calmly twirling the bone shatter in her hand. Here's how I toyed with the Yamen officers when I was young. You should never expect an enemy to fight on your terms. So be it. Chang draws his blade, cleaving the high branch in a single strike. That was what they used to do too. A little thread shoots from the swaying leaves, carrying Dr. Zhu safely to the high branches of another tree. Never worked bad then either. Chang sends several leaves shooting upwards. They fall short before reaching their mark. You're wasting your energy. I know your arcane skills cannot reach this so high.
Then I'll drag you back down!
The sword swirls his hands, the forest trembling with the surrounding pines. After several moments, Dr. Zhu cannot help but sigh. You foolish boy. Tell me, what do you believe this will achieve? This little thread of mine can go very far. Allow me to demonstrate. Along this silver thread extends from her outstretched arm, propelling her towards the distant tree. The silver thread snaps, sending her hurling back into the ground. Oh, clever. 2 metal leaves fall into the air in her wake.
Not bad.
Nicely done. When you swing between the trees, you lose some height. How much you drop depends on the length of the silver thread. No matter how long your thread might be able to reach you. Chang braces his blade before him. Are you ready to finish this? Dr. Zhu turns her back and begins to amble off along the mountain path. No, I'm tired now. Chang steps at her back, confused, before deciding to follow after her.
How could you?
If you never meant to fight, then why challenge me? Why lure me out here? Why the hurry? You can't be sure you'll beat me, can you? Ever heard of keeping your blade sheathed and waiting for the perfect moment to strike? And even if you were to win, what then?
I will take it to the Yamen.
The very moment you defeat me.
No.
Not until every patient in the clinic is healed. Then you'll be waiting for a long time. Over 1,000 people live in that riverside village. 3 days went past without someone knocking at the door. Besides, there's still some patients in the clinic right now, are there not? So what's the rush? We'll come back to this tomorrow. I don't think he's gonna kill her. Fallen leaves scatter, turning into metallic blades as they angle with silver thread. They streak through the air in a blur, impossible to make out. Okay, I'm guessing this is the minigame part. Yeah. When connecting, several areas, small objects are automatically collected. Okay, so basically... yeah, these two are already collected. No, come on, my guy. No, okay. Go for this. Oh, you need... oh, okay. I see. So basically, doing something like this, right? Okay, okay, I see how it goes. We need 7 for this. 2, 5, 7, and then 3. I can just go like that one. So let's do this. No. This one we can just do it like this. There we go. Next. 6, 6, right? So we can just do this. And this one goes up, this one goes over here, and there we go. Simple enough.
Not bad.
Improving quickly. Must struggle to see my friends, let alone defend against it.
No.
Still not fast enough. Can't catch the silver thread's key. Can't turn it into metal. You're shielding the bone shredder in your grip. Its key resistance is too strong. I can't properly use my arcane skill. Can't allow you to destroy my weapon that quickly. I have a reputation to uphold. You're just gonna be like that for several days, huh? Several blackened silver threads coil around the edge of Chang's blade. You rely too much on your arcane skill. Your metallization is irreversible. You've been trapped in your own blade. As the silver threads whip around Chang's neck, the wild grass beneath Dr. Chang's feet lashes out towards in stabbing arcs. The blades of grass halt at her throat. Handling so many at once, I underestimated you. Let's call it a draw. Fine. We'll stop here for today. After some hours of training in the woods, Chang returns to the clinic a little late.
Hey!
Several villagers are helping the hunter as he heads home. When he spots Chang, he raises his hand in greeting. I'm on the mend and ready to head home. Dr. Ju has plenty of work to do. Last thing she needs is me taking up more of her time. I heard you killed that tiger. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I'll head back to the village and let everyone know.
I only did what was necessary.
No need to make a fuss. The man doesn't hear a word, only shuffling off with a foolish grin on his face. Chang enters the clinic to find Dr. Ji seated in the medicine stove, gently fanning the flames. A few days earlier, Dr. Zhu sends her assistant to prepare medicine for the Hu household. Now it's only 2 of them there. With such skills in medicine, why become a bandit? Because I wanted to be a hero.
No.
Righteous ends must be pursued for righteous means. However, they must be justified. Bandits inevitably bring harm to the innocent. There's no reasoning with someone as immovable as you. Disrupting the grain I stole from the officials to the poor, that's a life worth living. And robbing the people of Zhu County? Is that your idea of heroism? Dr. Zhu keeps her eyes on the medicine stove, seemingly oblivious to Chang's words. A long silence passes before she replies. No, I don't know I don't have the stuff to be a hero, but living here and being a doctor, respected by the people, that I can do. Tell me, what happened to your father?
You didn't know?
Sorry, I was running for my life back then, too busy pretending to be something I'm not. She chuckles with a trace of self-mockery. What did happen to his dad? And after that, I fell into a life of black tiles and white walls. Every day, filled with the simple chattering of villagers' impatience, knowing nothing of the outside world. I told you he passed away. He confessed to his crimes and accepted his punishment. I see. Dr. Zhu lifts the lid on the medicine pot and peers inside. In an instant, the clinic fills with bitter scent of herbs. The villagers speak so highly of your medical skills. Do you know anything about treating consumption? Any special remedies? What are these symptoms? How long has it been? It began the winter before last. At first, there was only coughing and night sweats, but the cough worsened rapidly. Over the past 3 months, she's been coughing blood quite frequently, suffering severe chest pains, and often says she has trouble breathing. Ah, it is tuberculosis, definitely.
There's nothing I can do.
Yep, at this point in time, there was no cure for it. Yeah, you're basically fucked. The doctor in Duke County said the same. You're right, I'm afraid she won't make it through the next year. I'm assuming she's someone special to you? Without a word, Chang turns his back and leaves the clinic. After a while, the medicine in the pot begins to bubble over. Chang, Hung Wang, pass me the ladle. Hearing no response, Dr. Zhu steps away from the stove and heads outside. A small patch of grass grows just outside the clinic. Now, the grass is a weapon. Every leaf has been turned into a blade, rolling in tight clusters on the wind. They dart through the wind, striking one another with a sharp metallic clang. This is unfair. It is, but remember, Chang, flowers bloom and fade, grass withers and thrives, all is governed by the Lord of Spring. I'd never have expected such words from you. From a medical family, had a handful of verses picked up in my youth, that's all. I'm not fond of that kind of talk. The little fine metal shards freeze in midair, then scatter across the ground. I'll clean this up. You've cleaned enough. You should head home. I'm not done here.
We'll take care of it.
Yes, well, I can take care of that tomorrow. Huh. So, yeah, there's no way he's gonna save his mom. Unfortunately. Tuberculosis is a hell of a disease, man. The night raid. Yeah, I'm actually just looking at this thing, and tuberculosis was cured in the 40s and 50s with antibiotics therapy. Yeah, I mean it's gonna take a while before that it's taken care of. Chang sits on a mat, turning to his sword. The blade catches the light as it turns, casting a few bright reflections on Dr. Zhu's white wine bowl. Always wound so tightly. The real showdown is tomorrow. Why not relax a little? There's no coming back from this one. I clean my weapon every night and reflect my day's deeds. One must restrain yourself from submit to proper conduct. Of course, forget I said anything. It is precisely because I'm dueling you that I must prepare all the more. Do you truly need the money so dearly? Is that why you're set on defeating me?
No.
It is not about the money. Filling this cask will give me a chance at the constable's position. Ah, so you need credentials then. The circumstances of my birth limit my avenues into court. Dr. Zhu takes another sip of her wine.
The court again.
Why does everyone have such a great desire to hold office? Your father said the same thing once. He told me I was not to come looking for him again, saying, "You and I are no longer the same. I'm an official now. I have a life in Duke County." I said to him, "People must eat, must they not? Floods have brought ruin to the fields and the children are starving." But did he listen? He didn't ask for much of him, just leave a door open for us, then we make it worth his while. I know the story. Case record Chang Dongwan carries an officer of Zhu County on account of personal ties, led bandits into the city and permitted plundering of the county granaries. Further charges include accepting bribes. All statements are entered on record. After the bandits entered the city, they were not only looted granaries, but also vandalized and ransacked nearby homes, drawing the people into their violence. That night, 24 people were killed or injured. In the evening, Commander Zhang instructed us to charge swifts early. We were unable to do unaware of any looting. A serve was given. This given statement is true. When the bandits ransacked the surroundings, their areas, there were no officers nearby to hear the people's cries for help.
Am I wrong?
They weren't always bandits. They were once refugees, ones who had lost their land and couldn't get enough to eat.
What difference does that make?
Yeah, you make Chung makes a point here. Two wrongs don't make a right, right? Taking this and further, talking on this further is pointless. Chung sheaves his blade and steps out of the clinic before Dr. Zhu can reply. The night grows hazy, draping a faint veil over the trees in the forest.
What was I expecting?
Some hidden, non-existent truth. Chang leaves the dirt road and turns into the forest. Along the path's edge, darkening grass and shrubs bow away from either side. Layer by layer, the dense overlapping branches part as he moves deeper into the forest's embrace. There's no hidden truth, no injustice, just a transaction. One that may even have helped the refugees. But your duty was to protect the people of Zhu County. How could you sacrifice their lives? You should have thought about your actions. Stop to think about what could have. Oh, it's a tiger. I knew it was gonna be another one. He stops in his tracks. It's a clearing in the forest, a tiger crouching at its center. Enormous and beautiful, the tiger bears a silent blue flame upon his brow, its fur shimmering like moonlight silk. Chang recognizes a familiar wound on his forehead. That's the same tiger that attacked me a few days ago, but I saw it fall from the cliff with my own eyes. The tiger pays no attention to him. Instead, it stretches its neck and lets out a deep, resounding call, and springs forward to the north. That's the direction of the clinic.
Hold there!
Oh boy. Uh, 15, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we need all of these basically. So let's see, we go over this. There you go. Next. 20, I think we need, yeah, we need all of these. So let's go like this. Boom. Again, we probably need all of them. Alright, let's go. Yeah. Boom. Come on, man. Boom. Chang clenches his fist, sending dozens of blades after the tiger. They converge on it in an instant, only to ricochet outwards, bursting apart like fireworks. What on? He tries once more, but the blades are again knocked away. It seems the tiger's fur is tougher than any steel. It isn't long before the tiger arrives at the clinic. Chang in close pursuit. He can only watch as it brings down the south wall with a single strike.
Careful!
Dr. Zhu, watch out! The tiger lifts its front paws high, then freezes. Hair-thin silver threads are laid around it, binding it like a fly in a web. Inside the hall, collapsed the house, Dr. Zhu grips her bone shuttle, placing it herself on in front of the collapsed hunter, clinging to a small wooden container. What are you doing here? I came to deliver this chicken soup. We cooked a bit bush in the home earlier tonight. This wasn't me. I didn't lead the tiger here. I had fought it dead already. Chang, get him out of here. This beast is too strong. Her words and body shake with the effort of holding the tiger in place. Chang leaps behind her and swiftly brings the hunter to his feet. Get up, run! The tiger tenses, and the second later the silver thread snaps. Amid the burst of dust and debris, Chang grabs the hunter and rolls aside. When the dust settles, the clinic lies in ruins, and Dr. Zhu is nowhere to be seen. The tiger stalks towards Chang and a severed right arm clutched in his jaw. Oh boy. Chang catches a glimpse of Dr. Zhu's bone shudder glinting between the tiger's fangs before it disappears down its throat. Get out of here, now! Go back, find the village headman. What about you?
I will deal with it.
But first, I must get in closer, much closer. The hunter flees at full speed as the tiger lunges towards Chung. He slips past the tiger's attacks, leaps upwards, and strikes down from above. Oh boy, look at this. Golden sparks scatter as white fur and cold steel collide. The strike has forced open a hairline cutting the tiger's hardened hide, but the blade is now lodged in it. Chung grips the blade hilt, closes its eyes, and draws a deep breath. Sense the flow of ki. Find the shadow in the tiger's stomach. I can do it. It takes a moment, but soon enough, he begins to feel the flow of ki in the tiger's body. Oh my god, he's gonna kill it from the inside. Through the muscles, I can feel it. The shadow's unmistakable ki. The innards of the arcane creature have been churned and tangled its ki into a chaotic mass. When the chunk fears he lacks the ability to unravel. As he probes further, the ki grows cold and dense, as if we're closing in around him. It's cold, like winter. You fool, boy. Are you sure your arcane skills again? Do you hear me? Are you trying to get us killed? It's best you don't come to training tomorrow. You're not setting my house anymore? Oh, I see. What? Come on, man. Is he really dead? An accident. Who would have fought a military... God damn it. They're too fast.
No!
Military officer would be so fragile. Snow drifts down into the narrow courtyard. In Wanzhou, it seems the snow never truly ends. How can I find what he wants? Where do we even begin? I've already searched every corner of that courtyard. But returning empty-handed would mean admitting defeat to father, and I refuse to do that again. The stubborn child turned his gaze towards the open gate and beyond. They told me never to go there. Once I step through the gate, I'll never be able to come home again. But
I'll find a way out.
I have to go through it. Maybe if he wants, if he once is on the road, if I can find a way out, I can find my way back in. He steels himself and takes a tentative step outside. Fan Zhang, trust your sense of ki. He'll show you more than your eyes alone. A slight tremor ripples beneath the snow.
I found it! I found it!
Good on you, kid. He closes around the shape of the something solid, and Chang's eyes snap open. The shadow hardens in an instant, as though already clenched in his hand. He recalls what he learns as a child, hunting alongside the sons of wealthy families. Head of the stomach. A piercing scream bursts from the tiger's throat as his struggles grow frantic. Angle inward above the forelegs, beneath the ribs, and...
Your heart is...
right here. God damn, that is a crazy way to kill a tiger. Chang can no longer hold on as the tiger's death turn wild. The tiger gives one last painful roar as he thrashes across the ground before stillness takes it. The now metallic shuttle bursts through the tiger's chest and rolls to a stop beside Chang. Nicely done. Dr. Zhu staggers up to him, laboring to guide her silver threads to stitch the gushing wound on her right arm. Are able to stand. Chang forces a faint smile and sucks a sharp breath of cold air. Sometime later, torchlight begins to flicker among the forest's edge. The village guards have finally arrived, fully armed and ready. I brought help. I thought you said there was a tiger. Where? Huh? It's dead. Fine snow drifts like a fuzzy willow catkins. Winter is drawing to a close. Well, that's that. The celebration. Celebrating them killing the tiger, most like. The final grasp of winter snow falls, eventually giving way to clear skies. For this impoverished village, such a celebration is rare. Every household gathers in Master Hu's courtyard, drinking deeply and eating meat by the mouthful. Rumor has it this was all thanks to Dr. Zhu's medication, making it a feast to celebrate the slaying of the tiger and to pray for a plentiful harvest in the year to come. Make way, our young hero is here. A toast to you, my friend. The moment Chang steps into the courtyard, several hunters block his way with raised bowls of wine.
No need.
There's no need for that. I merely did what I could. There's no need to be so polite. Come, sit, have a drink with us. It'd be rude not to. I don't care for drinking. Me too, buddy. Drink, drink, drink. Yeah, go on. Dr. Zhu hides behind a nearby pillar, quietly chuckling to herself. Huh. Hopefully that will get him to loosen up a bit. Doctor, doctor, my belly hurts. The little girl tugs in the doctor's sleeve, looking up at her with tear-filled eyes. She squats down and presses a gentle finger on her pulse, and slips a sugar-bound pill in her hand. It's nothing to worry about, child. Take this sweet little pill, and you'll feel better in no time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Zhu lifts her eyes and sees a deep blue-clad figure sitting across the edge of the black roof tiles. That boy, can really not enjoy any sort of celebration. She climbs the ladder up to the eaves, one step at a time. Even I need to get up the roof these days. There are too many people down there. I did only my duty. There's no need for any of this gratitude. I saw the tiger fall into a ravine. How could I be able to survive? Such things are rare, but it's not unheard of. Perhaps it was not a tiger at all, but instead a beast possessed controlled by some arcane means, or perhaps it was some manner of mindless spirit. I heard once that, a long time ago, a horse once jumped off a cliff, only to find a great fortune, even ascending to immortality.
Please.
Dr. Zhu opens her wine jar and sits cross-legged beside him. I tell you no lies, we can truly explain matters with the arcane. Oh wait, hold on, let me see. Ah yeah, they did remove her arm and the sprite. That's kind of cool detail there. Anyways, I'm here to inform you that the clinic hasn't had a patient for 3 days now, so you should seize the opportunity while it lasts. Remember my words about waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Her right sleeve hangs empty, her torn hem still unrepaired, giving her a slightly disheveled appearance. Chang grips his left hand tightly, lost in thought. What's wrong? You make up your mind? Credentials, huh? I must ask, why do you wish so dearly to become an official?
No.
To overshadow my father's name with my own. One morning, he left and never returned. Since then, our family has faced nothing but trouble. At one time, the residents even surrounded us. Why not simply move away? After the incident, many of my families couldn't stand the gossip and returned to their lives in the courts in the countryside. But we cannot give in to those people, and we can't run from this stain in our name.
Don't bother with it.
Don't bother with the rumors. Don't bother with those who try to kick you when they're down. One day, I'll prove my family's innocence. The sounds of the villagers' laughter and roar floats on the breeze. Ha! But you were innocent all along. In truth, it was my fault. She takes a swing of her wine, her voice growing hoarse. Did she let the people raid the houses or what? Many died that year, but the granaries were still heavily guarded. Without an inside man, I could have been almost impossible to succeed. I asked your father for help. I told him we only had a handful of people, and we needed a strike during the guard change. Grab some grain, maybe if you then go. He took leave of absence to distance himself, putting all the blame on me and using the bandit attacks as cover. I didn't cause much of a stir. No one spent much time on it. At most, took the blame for negligence, but it was simply a good deed, done without a second thought. More than just a handful of refugees came that night. When word spread, everyone argued to come along and have a grab at rice for themselves. I figured I needed to help, after all. How much could I carry on my own? It was truly only ever meant to be a few more pairs of hands. I only wanted to help as many people as I could. The people below link arms, their voices rising in clamor. The little girl who only moments ago had taken medicine for her stomach chased her friends in the courtyard. We entered the city and found ourselves at a merchant's house. Some were so taken with the black tiles and white walls they refused to move on. I was eager to get the grain and leave, so I took a few of the most trusted men directly to the granary. By the time I returned, the situation had already spiraled out of control. Fires, yelling and screaming. I watched my friends break into houses and come out with hands full of jewelry. I shouted, "Are you out of your minds? Are you out of your minds?" She laughed loudly, spraying a mouthful of wine. They said, "We're stuck outside the city, starving and freezing, struggling along dirty roads. What right do these people have to sit in the city feasting in their fine halls? Like what I said when I first arrived here." Indeed. I stopped a few, urging them to hurry along. They still had to go back and hand over the grain, and hand out the grain, but most refused to listen. From then on, I told myself those white houses held some sort of evil magic. Otherwise, how could they lure good people to their doom? After all, they all died in the end. A burst of noise erupts from under the eaves. See, I told you I can make fire. Little flame dances in his fingers and steady fire burns in the middle of the courtyard. Looking down from the roof, the flames seem as though they are scorching the houses, or that's how they cast a warm orange glow on their faces. A proud laughter from the young man sees the children off, while the other frowns in disapproval. Dr. Xu tosses her wine jug aside, hops to her feet, and lets out a heavy laugh of her own. At the sound of her voice, the people turn their gaze upwards. "Burn, burn it all! Burn down the house, burn down the walls!" The houses were burnt to black and ruins, but rice grew in abundance from the fertile soil. "Doctor, what are you talking about?" "Doctor's drunk. She's playing at being a general again." "Hey, why are you putting it out? With the flames fizzled out, the surrounding houses returned to their original dreary state. Dr. Xu sits back down, leaning against the roof tiles and looking extremely drunk.
I'll go with you.
Tomorrow.
No.
No. Chung unclenches his fist. The iron shuttle hovers 3 inches above his palm, its surface marked with faint bloodstains. Perhaps it was due to the tiger's strange key, but the effect of his arcane skill had not faded. Instead, he had permanently turned the bone shutter to metal.
Shadow Bones is dead. But the people need you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. He's not killing her, he's taking in a memento to deliver, huh? Commander Chung, while the house may not match the grandeur of noble estates, it is a century-old building, embodying both quiet and wisdom and integrity. Look at these walls. They have stood for many long years and are as sturdy and wide as ever. I've looked over a few times now, and it's quite impressive. It's beautiful, though a little cramped. I'm not certain I'll have the room to swing my sword. Still devoted to your training. Your ambition never ceases to amaze me, Han Guang. I just know you'll be an excellent martial artist someday. It's too close to the ancestral hall. Just the thought of this place makes my knees hurt all over again. That's your fault for being such a mischief maker. Besides, there are far worse punishments than kneeling for 2 hours a day. Come now, there's really nothing wrong with the size. Let's just try to be content with the place. What's the use of this place, that place anyways? Too true. Let's find the deed today. Excellent, excellent. Oh my, look at those flowers flying through the air. Hangmong. Oh, it's no trouble at all. The young master's magics are truly impressive, like scattering golden flowers to celebrate your new home. And I must say, congratulations once more, you made the right choice. May your home be blessed with peace, your family flourish, and wealth fill your halls. So how is this gonna end? Back in the cage, huh? Oh, in the Foundation office. Okay, that's not. I was not expecting that. The door at the far end of the hall shuts, blocking out the muffled sounds of conversation. As the 400-year-old tale comes to an end, its listener scratches her head. Paper Heron. So after that, you went back to Zhu County and became a constable. Okay, so you're just catching up, huh? Chang shakes his head. For some reason, I failed to become a constable that year. I gave the iron shuttle to Lee. He only smiled. He knew. He definitely knew he didn't kill her, huh? But what I meant you've already been a constable for quite some time. Arresting people, shouting orders. You're actually rather skilled at it.
I was lucky.
3 years later came another constable position opened up. I succeeded in filling it. So the story of yours has something to do with this box? A fine crafted wooden box rests on the wooden table in the middle of the room. The lid has been removed and placed inside it. Inside, a bill of exchange listing the Hu family in the capital with an amount of 10,000 tiles of silver. It also reads, bestowed upon Dr. Zhu, presented to Zhang Hofeng. Interesting. The East Asia branch just told me they had an old artifact in their warehouse, one that's been lying around for centuries. I heard that it once belongs to the Hu family, whose specific instructions to pass it on to a man named Zhang Hufeng, possessor of rather unique arcane skill. But where would we find someone to honor it? Surely they've all forgotten about this thing by now. I never heard of anything like this before. So much has happened since then, I never returned to the Riverside Village. With all this money, you were still in Hozhou. You'd be living a life of leisure and not a care in the world. But now times have changed. The Hu family is long gone. And the once valuable bill of exchange is just another useless scrap of paper. Why would she gift you all of this? I don't know. I suppose I will never know. Piper Heron suddenly smiles as she recalls something. She paces back and forth twice before finally walking to the door.
Don't worry.
This elder. Perhaps all she wanted was for you to live life as live an unworried life. Either way, you've done what was asked of me. I'll be on my way. Thank you for the story, Han Wang. The door closes and Chang is left standing alone in the room. Side room in the clinic. Are you leaving? Chang nods as he finishes packing up his bundle. Matters are settled here and I need to head back right away. Here, take this medicine. It'll help with your cough.
Thank you.
I'm surprised you're letting me go. I thought the very least you resent me for what happened with your father. He made his decision and he took responsibility for his actions. Sometimes I think you're much more like to us bandits and you're vaulted to officials. Chang puts the medicine in his bag and stops for a moment.
No.
Do not misunderstand me. If I can return to banditry, I will show you no mercy. It doesn't matter what anyone's intentions were. Things happened as they did, and everyone has paid the price.
This is for the best.
Your price is to be a doctor, and mine is to be a constable. It is for the best. You had no hand in all of this. It's not your fault. You're not your father. I know, but that changes a little. You probably think me a rambler by now, but why not stay in the village, huh? Live the life of a tiger-slaying hero. I go back and put up with that scrutiny. The offer is tempting. Slaying that tiger was indeed exhilarating. But what do titles and glory matter to a hero who has more something? One was a beautiful white house in Zhu County, where his mother still lives. One was the son of Zhang, who was a hero's duty to protect that little white house. And how can he leave before the walls have repainted white?
But...
in the end, I'll always be the son of a bandit.
Constable or bandit? They're only words.
No.
They're more than just words. They're gateways to the martial arts, of handfuls of silver, and of life-saving medicine. Just as the art enjoyed by the elites and the common folks differ, so does the etiquette. Outside the house, one listens to teachers and superiors. Inside the house, something, goddammit. Inside the house, one follows the manners of one's mother. The people, goddammit, go back. The people of the county hold the words of sage and scholars as an unquestionable truth. One must hold compassion and kindness to others, even when in crisis. One must carry integrity, justice, and honesty, even in poverty. But one of them nails the brute who saved the village from a tiger. Okay. True righteousness can only be delivered through the righteous act.
When I become a constable, I'll be fair and do right by the people.
This I swear. Were I in charge of the militia here, I would never have let a tiger wreak havoc for so long. I wouldn't have let the people die. Nor would I have left those refugees starve. None of this would have happened. You just need to be a great general if you're gonna stop it from ever happening again.
Of course it can be done.
Once I become a constable, I'll rise through the ranks. Militia captain, regional commander, become a general will be within my grasp. If only it took some grand words, eh? But that's not how the world works. She shakes her head. But then again, if you can truly live a life of wealth and glory, I suppose that's not just a bad compromise. She smiles, a hint of melancholy in the curve of her mouth. Officials have always been had beautiful homes. Perhaps your parents hoped as much for you. But should things go awry someday, you know where to find me.
I'll help you.
Huh. As you County looks as it did before. The streets are filled with pretty houses, one on top of the other, but all topped with black tiles.
Only words.
Constables and
Is that
banners
so?
are only words. I've been away for so long. I wonder if things are at home. Chunk passes between the tree, Pang Fang, and the family's side of his home. His mom's dead, isn't she? That year, I had planned to sell the house and set aside some money. Those who came to look at it praised it, calling it a courtyard splendid and the house magnificent. A good house keeps its wealth hidden. You'll never know whether it was filled with gold, jewels, or rolls of the finest silks. They walked in full of envy, but left sighing and grumbling, because there was nothing to be found in our house. Because a tomb is a house for the dead.
And the home can be the same for the living.
This ancient house has played host to countless masters, and now it adds one more to its history. A long white banner flutters in the wind, scattering the red May blossoms in the ground. Jeez. I'm guessing robbers came to the house and came back disappointed. Then I guess the wind blows in the room, sweeping away the thin pale bill of exchange. Seeking victory is in the wrong place only invites further misfortune. The bill floats in the window, soaring higher and further like a bird in flight, until it goes beyond the range of his arcane skills, becoming barely visible white dot in the distance. Paper Heron pokes her head through the door. Oops, my memory's terrible, you know. There's something else I forgot to mention. I bumped into some folk from the East Asia branch in the Vigils Bureau. They're looking to recruit you.
About that.
You know them, right? Their job is like constables, catching thieves, writing reports, that sort of thing.
May I ask?
Anyway, just passing along the message. So, what do you think? Chung looks at the empty box, barely perceptive smile across his face. Let's talk about it later. You remember there's an old house, a white house. A house that welcomes life into the world, a house that bids farewell to those who pass. A house that has laid to rest father, mother, and friends. A house with clear-defined edges, squares, and sterns at its front. A house consumed by fierce flames. So, is that why he burned his house down? To put an end to everything?
I could never find what I'm seeking in that home. So I burned it down and left.
You know what? It actually makes more sense why he burned his house down. Because in the story it was kind of dumb. Like, what do you mean you burned your house down? But no, after reading this story it makes more sense. Alright, you know what? I actually quite enjoy this one. Because I do think he didn't have much to do in the main story. It's nice to give some context of what his inner feelings are, right? Quite enjoyable, I will say. Let me see. Alright, we need 15 for this and 10 for this. I can use a 10 like this, so let me see. I can do it like this. And this one, I can do it like this. Ah, damn it, not enough room. Oh no, yeah, we don't need to do that. Just there we go. And so yeah, it gives him more backstory to him, which is pretty good. He kind of needed it, really. Oh, that's 4. Okay, maybe like this. There you go. And this we need. What? Yeah, I put down. Oh my god, just hit the guy. There we go. There we go. And let's see, 20, 15, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh, hold on. 10, 20, 10. Oh, there we go, there it is, it's over here. Okay, so this one goes like this. Alright, so you go like this. That's 20. You go like this. There we go. No? Yeah, there we go. Simple enough. So yeah, this is the type of backstories I like. The guy didn't really have much or character stories I like. The guy didn't have much to do. We didn't learn much about him in the main story. But this kind of contextualizes his feelings and whatnot. So yeah. It's kind of cool, I'll say. It was kind of right in the middle, right? It wasn't the worst thing ever, but it wasn't the best one ever. It was a nice little middle ground in all that. So yeah, all in all, I do think after reading all of this, after reading all of this, I do think in terms of my favorites. I will say, I do think Showdown in Chinatown is my favorite half anniversary, like Chinese New Year's or Chinese story. After is this one, Spring Unending, and after that is Notes on Schwarry. It's kind of a mediocre, that one. Medium bad, really. Well, since we're talking about Notes on Schwarry, how about we try and get Junanzu? Right? She's the one the only limited character I don't have. Oh. Oh, it's not her. Oh, hey, Tooth Fairy.
Hello. I think we have been acquainted.
Nah, it's a shame. I think you can get like spooked by the other.
I'm Oliver Fogg.
By the other ones.
Special.
I do think you can, but let's see. Yeah. Hey, Zima.
Здравствуйте.
And yeah, that's pretty much all we can do right now. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. All in all, I quite like this patch. I do think my favorite character was Paper Heron, but that's kind of a given. She was the main character. We had so much time with her and everything. And look at Showdown in Chinatown, the first patch I recorded for this channel for Reverse. Man, it's been like a year. Damn, I can't believe it's been almost a year, or at least a year since that. Kind of crazy. So yeah, without anything else, that's gonna be it for me. And yeah, we'll see you in the next patch, which should be.
Threads in different colors.
I don't know if it's gonna be the.
Would suit me better in another shade.
No, it's probably not gonna be the crossover patch. I think that's gonna be like in the Assassin's Creed patch. It's gonna be like the right before anniversary, right? If they make that, I think that's.
You're right. What we're used to often seems best.
I think it's the. My theory is that the crossover is gonna be right before the anniversary patch. It's just a theory. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you over in the next patch for Reverse 1999. Ciao.